First of all, I would introduce myself. Myself, Naveen Kumar. I'll be the instructor for you. I have almost 12 years of IT experience, both in Java as well as in the Salesforce. I'm working as an application development team lead in Accenture. This is all about myself. So we are going to discuss the create custom app in Salesforce. Okay. This is the topic which we are going to discuss on the Salesforce. Here we are going to discuss about cloud computing. Is anyone familiar with what is cloud computing? What is Salesforce and all? Okay, let me start. In a business climate where acquiring new customers and retaining existing client is becoming increasingly critical, an agile CRM system is the answer to bridge the gap between business process and managing customers' expectation. CRM can be broadly defined as a set of process to manage the company's interaction with clients and sales prospects. It often involves technology to organize, automate, and synchronize sales, marketing, and customer service and technical support. The goal of every organization is usually to create a strong bond between the organization and its client. In short, customer should always be the prime focus for any organization. Okay. The three important aspects of CRM, what is Salesforce or what is customer relationship management, why we need to have means first one is retaining the customer. Most organizations spends a lot of time and money in their attempt to acquire new customers. At a time when customer acquisition is rising, the organization should be more proactive and innovative in retaining their clients. The longer customers engage with you, the more they spend on you. Competition can replicate your offerings, but never the experience you provide. Generally, why customers leave you for competitions? Because the reason is that 68% leave because they are unhappy with the service they receive. 14% are happy with the product or service. 9% decide to use a competitor. Second reason for first one is retaining. Second reason can be your acquire. Customer acquisition is very important for the growth of any company. A large number of customers are always on the borderline. They are called fence sitters and could easily swing over to your competitor's side. You ideally don't want be losing these peoples because it is very hard to win them back from competition. Fence sitters generally don't have too much of any idea about your competitors as well. So they are relatively soft targets. The third one is extend. When we think about CRM, we always look at how a CRM can help enhance a company's value to its client. For example, when a cosmetic brand decide to launch a new product, they don't directly flood the market with their products. Rather, they reach out to their few loyal customers first because they know that would surely buy that product and their feedback is very critical. CRM helps us in identifying such customers. Now question, why CRM? Companies always had data around who is buying and who is selling. We always had the customer's data written in a diary or stored in a spreadsheet, but the main drawback was that the data was not reused to get further insights about customers. Also, the focus was not on customer relationship management. Rather, they had bigger concerns in their supply chains and logistics, which were more critical to business. Different customers might have different problems. One solution can't solve all of them, and this is precisely where CRM helps us. CRM helps resolve individual customer problems at a micro level. From an organizational point of view, CRM contributes to high revenues by reducing the maintenance cost and time. The four major important benefits of CRM, which includes one is flawless exchange of information across all customers' channels, consistent user experience across all touchpoints, real-time access to all customer information to enable quick decision making. Additionally, CRM Salesforce also provide personalized products or services based on specific needs and specialization. Personalized products and service is a very important matrix about which customer satisfaction is measured. A dissatisfied customer has higher chances of being disloyal. That is what the CRM is that. So basically, there are two types of CRM system in the market. One is on-premise or traditional system CRM. That is traditional system means you can consider Siebel. On-premise would mean that a company would have to install servers, networks, systems, and will have to own all of this to get their CRM systems working. This is how a Siebel system would work. The main drawback of an on-premise system is that a lot of time and money has to be invested upfront. When you come across Salesforce, that is on-demand cloud-based CRM, that's where it is called as an Salesforce as SFDC, that is salesforce.com. That is on-demand cloud-based system. In a cloud-based system or SFDC, you don't own anything. All you need is a laptop, internet, and Salesforce.com license. As a company, all you need to do is buy the license because the servers, networks, database, and infrastructure are all maintained by the company called Salesforce. We have many cloud-based applications today like Google, Apps, Cisco, Citrix, etc. Okay, now we'll discuss about cloud computing. What is cloud computing? When you come across this cloud computing, a cloud computing might sound something really complex for many people, but it is nothing but internet-based computing where you would be using a network of remote servers hosted on the internet to store, manage, and process data rather than local servers or a personal computer. Three basic benefits of cloud computing are, okay, let me elaborate this in detail. First one is multi-tenant architecture. Second one is pay-per-use, and third one is scalable. Let me discuss what is meant by multi-tenant architecture. Multi-tenant is an architecture in which a single instance of software application serves multiple customers. Each customer is called a tenant. Tenant may be given the privilege to customize some parts of the application. Multi-tenancy can be economical because software development and maintenance costs are shared. Pay per use subscription. You don't pay for all the services available, but you just pay for the services you require. This would help in reducing the overall cost, and you would be having an estimate of how much you would be spending at the end of the year. The third feature, which is called as unscalable, scalability is one of the rich features that cloud computing provides. Cloud computing offers organizations the ability to scale their computing resources as and when required. Okay. Basically, how many cloud computings are there? Basically, in Salesforce, we have three particular or two cloud computing. One is Sales Cloud, Marketing Cloud, which we will discuss now. It is about Sales Cloud. What Sales Cloud is all about? It is about selling products to your customers and building a relationship with them. Sales Cloud tracks all the customer information and interaction in one place. It also helps in nurturing a lead till they are sales ready, and also helps in converting a simple lead into a quality lead. Marketing Cloud. What is Marketing Cloud? It is a collection of cloud-based marketing services that make internal marketing functions more efficient and external marketing programs more effective. It's about understanding your customer needs, selling them what they require, and also using channelized marketing. Marketing Cloud also helps in setting up campaigns and analyzing result of the campaign. Understood what is Sales Cloud and Marketing Cloud? Now we are going to discuss about Salesforce. So now you got what is Salesforce. Okay, before I answer the question, what is Salesforce? Let me brief you about why you choose Salesforce. Let me discuss about the benefits of Salesforce. Salesforce provides you the fastest path from idea to app. You can concentrate on building your app using Salesforce tools rather than building the infrastructure and tools yourself. This can save you years of time and millions of dollars. Salesforce customers generally say that it's unique for three major reasons. Fast. Traditional CRM software can take more than an year to deploy. Compare that to months or even weeks with Salesforce. Easy. Salesforce wins in the easy to use category hands down. You can spend more time putting into use and less time figuring it out. Third one, it is effective. Because it is easy to use and can be customized to meet business needs, customers find Salesforce very effective. Salesforce is in the cloud, so your team can use it from anywhere with access to the internet. If you are a business that is rapidly changing, or you are a seasoned company that's been around for years, your business is probably changing too. Salesforce is completely scalable to your growth. Salesforce seamlessly integrates with third-party apps. If you want to integrate Salesforce with Gmail, you can do it. If you want to integrate with your accounting software, you can do that too. On the other hand, integration is tough with other CRM. Salesforce is affordable, especially if you consider its vast variety of capabilities. Even startups and small business can use Salesforce. Why you choose Salesforce? Now let me introduce you Salesforce. What is Salesforce? When you see this image, the image which you're seeing, Salesforce in today's tech savvy world, from tech giants like Google and Facebook to your nearby call centers, all of them use Salesforce services and product to solve their problems. Salesforce started as software as a service CRM company. Salesforce now provides various software solutions and a platform for users and developers to develop and distribute custom software. Salesforce.com is based on multi-tenant architecture. This means that multiple customers share common technologies and all run on the latest release. You don't have to worry about the application or infrastructure upgrades, they happen automatically. This helps your organization focus on innovation rather than managing technology. Okay, let me discuss about the benefits of cloud computing. Okay, I have already discussed about scalable, cheaper, and all. Structured learning at Edureka. So when you go up to this structure, so you'll understand about introduction of cloud computing and the Salesforce platform, hands-on. Like these are the topics which are there. So once you finish the topic, as I told you that towards the end, the person will be completion of the case study. So there are topics which is for 14 days. That is 7 weeks, which includes 7 Saturday and 7 Sunday. Every day it will be a completely hands-on session. Okay, it's not like a presentation slide session. Hands-on plus delivery will be there. One session which will be along with the trainer, participants will try to develop a live hands-on session plus an additional hands-on assignment or case study will be given so that the participants in the offline they can solve that assignment so that they'll have a full-fledged on hands-on plus interview clearing the doubt clarifying the sessions and all. So that is about Edureka and Salesforce. Now we'll see how to create your own Salesforce app. In order to create your own Salesforce app, let us understand in detail. So here I'm going to create the app environment, what are tabs, and you'll also understand how to create a tabs in your app. And also you'll understand what are profiles, how to customize user profiles in Salesforce. Also you'll understand how to create objects in the app and how to create fields in objects and define their data type. How to add entries, that is nothing but the data into these objects. How to link or create a relationship between two objects. Everything you'll understand. Before I get started with creating an app, let me introduce to the cloud environment where Salesforce apps are built. That is, you have cloud environment, which I said you sales, service, marketing. The Salesforce org, the cloud computing space offered to you or to your organization by force.com. Whatever you are seeing, this org is called as a force.com or is also called as a Salesforce org. It is called as Salesforce environment. Developers can create custom Salesforce app, like how we have sales, service, marketing are the standard apps, right? Even customer can create their own custom apps. Okay, objects, workflows, data sharing rules, visual force pages, and Apex coding on top of Salesforce org. So when I'm talking about this Salesforce app, where do you find this app? Let me get into the setup, and if you type here apps, okay, when I type here, you'll find it in build create apps. Okay, you can see the apps, whatever the custom is there, you can see delete. But for standard apps, you cannot delete this. The primary function of a Salesforce app is to manage customer data. Salesforce apps provide a simple UI to access customer records, storing in objects. Apps also helps in establishing relationship between objects by linking fields. Apps contain a set of related tabs and objects which are visible to the end user. Okay, whatever the screenshot which I'm showing you, it is a recruiting app. Okay, here you can see this is called as an apps. You can see in the recruitment app, this is the app name called as a recruiting app. The text highlighted next to your profile pic, that is your this one. Okay, this is called as a recruitment app. So before we create an object and enter records, you need to set up the skeleton of the app. Okay, in order to set up skeleton of the app, how you can click on means I click on setup. I'll type your apps. Once you type your apps, let me click on new and I choose the app name. I try to provide the name as Student Force. App name by default, it will get auto populated and I'll click on next. Okay, so I'll be providing an image as of now. I'll try to choose that image. That is nothing but the logo. Okay, I'm trying to provide. Let us click me on next. And whenever I create the app, what are the tabs should be visible? I'll not choose anything because I have not created any tabs as of now. Now, for which particular profiles it has to be visible? As of now, I've been a system administrator and I try to give customer HR and executive. That means profile will say what type of users, what is the nature of the job of the end users. So now I'm creating the app. As you can see in the recruitment app, you can see Student Force. So what you can see, there's no apps are there. Okay, there's no tabs or anything. So now you need to understand tabs are used to access objects in the Salesforce, whatever the tabs you are able to see, right? Whereas in the recruitment app, you are able to see the apps. Now, whereas when you come across this, whatever these tabs are used to access objects. What are objects? Internally, table in the Salesforce app. They appear on top of the screen and they are similar to a toolbar. It contains shortcut links to multiple objects. On clicking of the object name in a tab, records in that object will be displayed. Tabs also contain links to external web content, custom pages, and other URLs. The highlighted portion which have been clicked here, this is the Salesforce tabs. All application will have a home tab button by default. This is the home button. Standard tabs can be chosen by clicking on the tab menu. I'll click on this tab menu, but the plus button. So if I want to click on standard tabs, accounts, I can click here. Okay, accounts. Okay, if I want to see the contacts, okay, these are related to your Salesforce. We have accounts, contacts, we have group leads. If you see it in the alphabet, you have group, and you have a leads. Leads are nothing but the person who has shown as the interest. It is a marketing term, leads. And you can see profile also. If you scroll down, it will be present in the alphabetic order. You can see profiles also. For example, account tabs will show you the list of records. Now let us say I'll click on this list of accounts in the Salesforce. Let me click on all accounts and go. Can you see the accounts? I have only the 4 accounts. And if I click on contacts, I can see the contact information. If I click on all contacts and if I click on go, I'll be able to see all the information. Now, how can I add a tab? Now, if I want to create a student force and if I want to create a tab, okay, how can I add this one? Let me click on the student force. In order to click on here, let me click on this plus icon. If I click on this plus icon, can I click on this customize my tabs, which is present here? I click on here, and in this student force, let me add some of the tabs. Let us say I have home. I try to add accounts, chatter. These are nothing but the chatter. Chatter is nothing but like how in the WhatsApp group you'll be able to post and chat, right? Similarly, chatter is for chat meant for uh, chatting purpose. Okay, we use contacts. Okay, I can add groups. I can add leads. I can add profiles, which I discussed about all the standard one, right? Let me discuss about the profiles. And if I have created any student, I have not created, let me create this one. So when I create here, can you see this one under student force? Earlier, this particular app was not there. Besides standard tabs, you can also create custom tabs. Okay, in order to create a custom tabs, how can I create means? Let me click on setup. Let me click on objects. As I told you, objects are nothing but table in the database. Let me click on this objects. Let me click on new custom object. I try to provide student. Okay. So let us say I try to provide the reports activity and hello chatter. Let me choose this one. Let it be in the development search and add notes and attachment. Now, if you choose this along with the objects, the tabs I can create. That is, I'm going to create a custom tab. Let me choose the any theme. I'm choosing a theme and I'll click on next. Okay, this is a splash page. Like every time if you click this page, whether the survey link should get populated or not. So as of now, I doesn't require anything. Let me click on next. Now this particular tab should be visible to whom? By default, for other users, I'll make it off and I'll make it visible to the certain profiles like custom executive, custom HR, and system administrator. I'll click on next. And this particular student app tab should be visible for which particular application. Only I'm making for studentforce.com should be visible. If I click on save, you can see in the student force, the students is visible. Okay. So whatever the app tabs is there, but you can see if I click on the recruitment tab, you'll not be able to see that particular tab. Understood? Now you understood how to create an apps and how to create a tabs. So the next one you'll need to understand about a profile. Okay. In the Salesforce, you'll need to understand. So what is meant by profile? Let me click on this setup. Let me type here profiles. What this profiles is all about. Okay, this is the profiles which we are discussing. Okay, what this profile says, every user who needs to access the data or SFDC org, what is meant by SFDC, salesforce.com org, will be linked to a profile. A profile is a collection of settings and permissions which controls what a user can view, access, and modify in Salesforce. A profile controls user permissions, object permissions, field permission, and apps settings, tab setting, Apex class access. What does the profile says? Whenever you click on this profile, let me see what all the things you can perform. In the profiles, you can say that apps, object settings, visual force pages. So these are the things which you can see. A profile controls, I'll repeat once again, a profile controls user permission, object permission, field permission, app settings, tab settings, Apex class access, visual force page access, page layout, record types, login hours, what time the user has been logged in. Where can you see here in the system, login hours and login IP addresses. You can also define profiles based on the background of the user. For example, different level of access can be set for different users like system administrator, developers, and Salesforce. You can create different set of profiles. You can create system administrator, developers, and Salesforce sales representative. Similar to tab, we can use any standard profile or create a custom profile. These are the standard profile. There are 6 standard profiles. Apart from this, you can create your own custom profile. By default, the available standard profiles are, which are the standard profiles are read only, standard user, marketing user, okay, contract manager, and system administrator. These are the 6 standard profiles. That means standard profiles means which cannot be deleted, whereas custom profiles can be deleted. Okay, if you want to create custom profiles, you have to first clone standard profiles. Whenever you're creating a new profile, you need to clone the existing profiles. Like let us say if I'm trying to create custom HR means I need to use the standard, then you can provide your custom profiles. So now if I want to create this profiles, so you can see that this is about how to create a profiles. So if you click on the setup, okay, if you click on administrator, okay, administer, and if you type and if you find manage users, or if you type profiles, you can see that where you can find the profiles under administer manage users profile. This is what I was discussing here. Okay, if you have these profiles, which I have said, based on the profiles, if you have any existing profile, I can clone the profile. Clone is nothing but the copy of existing profile. That is called as cloning. Understood? This is about profiles. So now you are going to see, we have seen the standard objects. Now, if you want to create a custom objects in the Salesforce, we have seen the students object, which is a custom object, which we have created. And if you want to create a custom object, like let us say objects, you can provide the name as student data. Let me create a new custom object. I try to provide student data. Okay, where you need to provide in the plural. All the tabs name should be always in the plural form. Okay, so you can click on save as we given reports, activities, and all. And you can click on allow search and all. Okay, so already we have created the students. Now what we can do means we can create a fields for that. In order to create a field, how can we create the fields? You can click on this tab, you can click on this view fields, you can click over here, and here you are going to create under custom fields and relationship, you are going to create a new, and you are going to create this one. Whenever you are creating a tabs, you can see all the tabs which is available here. All the tabs will be in plural form: accounts, chapters, okay, documents, files, and all. It will be in the plural form. So that's where it's a thumb rule you should mention. If you click on the sales, service, and all, marketing and all, you can see all the fields except chatter. All the fields, all the tabs will be in the plural form. So now if you want to add a custom field, okay, now we have I was in the student object field. If I want to create a field, the first item is that you need to choose the data type. So now I choose the data type called as a text, and I'll provide the label as department. Okay, let me provide department. Let us provide the size as 20 characters and let us click on next. I'll make it visible for these three profile: custom executive, HR, and system administrator. Click on next and I'll click on save and new. Okay, so when you come to here, okay, I try to choose one more data type called as in city, which will be a text. I'll choose that next and I can provide the name as city. I try to provide 20 characters. And I'll choose executives, HR, system administrator, next, and I'll click on save and new. So similarly, if I want to create email ID, let me create an email ID. In order to create an email ID, I'll choose the email and I'll click on next. And you should have unique email ID. That's where I try to provide email. Unique, that means repetitive email ID will not be present. And I'll make sure let it be visible for custom executive, HR, and system administrator. Okay, click me on save and new. The next one is phone number. Okay, I try to provide the phone number. You can see next. I try to provide custom executive, HR, system administrator. Click on next and I'll click on save. So when you click on this student, you are able to see the 4 fields. How can the Salesforce engine can differentiate the standard and custom? These are the standard 6 fields. Custom fields are always differentiated by underscore underscore C. Whatever you see underscore underscore C, it is considered as a custom fields. And the object, it will also be underscore underscore C. Understood? Understood how to create an tabs, how to create an apps, how to create an objects. Fine. So now if I create on this, let me switch to the student workforce and you can see the students. Let me click on new. Are you able to see this field? Let me try to add the name. Okay, let me add the name. Let us say I try to add the name of one person, Varun Gopal. I try to add, let us say I try to provide medicine. Okay, then I try to provide the phone city. I try to provide the city as New York. The kind email. Okay, when I click on this Varun Gopal, and phone number, I try to give some random number. Okay, I try to click on save. Can you see this? This is how the record. When you save the record, the Salesforce will provide you the Salesforce ID, which is a 15-digit record ID. Understand? So here, when we created this record, we got to know how to create the object, how to create the fields. Okay, now let us see when you are discussing about the fields. Whenever we created the fields, or if you are trying to create a new field, what is the action item? So we can see that data types of field controls which type of data can be stored in a fields. Fields within a record can have different data types. For example, if it is a phone number, okay, if it is a phone number, you can choose phone. If it is a name, you can choose text field. You can choose text. If it is a date, you can choose date, time. By choosing pick list, what is meant by pick list? As data type for a field, you can write predefined values in that field and create a drop down option. What is meant by a pick list means, now I'll show you this by in the another app called as a recruitment. And if you click on this position, so what this pick list is nothing but this drop down option. This is called as a pick list. Understand? This is the pick list value. So hope so you understood about Salesforce in the short period of time. What is Salesforce, how to create a custom apps and all. Thank you for your valuable time. Have a nice day.